Hey, what's up? I'm just tapping in for a live, and I wanted to talk about a couple ideas that are on my mind, and I just want to begin this one by saying that I'm doing a little bit of a unique thing with this channel, where I'm using the live as a as a method of uploading content, but otherwise I'd be making videos, but it takes more bandwidth. It takes like a lot of memory on my phone, and then it'll just bog up my phone where I can only make so many videos, and then I can't make any more. But one thing I wanted to tie in, sometimes like a lot of times like when you have an experience in life, I want to say one thing is that life is really like balanced and dual. So you'll notice that I think there's a few things that happen each time, each day. I think there's actually a few daily occurrences, whether people realize it or not. So each day you wake up, each day you get thirsty at different intervals. Um, if you're like me, where I live, each day somebody will try you. They will look for reaction. People they'll disrespect you in many different ways. Not maybe not even disrespect, but just engage you. Like for example, you'll notice next time you drop something, right? Next time you drop something that you didn't intend to drop. Notice if at the moment you would drop it, or just prior to it, if somebody wasn't crowding your space, right? So you're at a coffee place, right? And you're making some coffee. Yeah, you just got served your coffee and you're putting cream in it. And then somebody come and they stand just a little bit too close for comfort. That's the word for that, too close for comfort. But they know that too. They're aggressive in doing that. By them engaging your energy, because you look like one thing, your senses go. So it's interesting, right? Your senses. So where I'm at, like right now, I can hear 5, 10 feet away, maybe 20 feet away. I can see so far. That's not the limitation of your senses. Your senses can see very far. Ostensibly, your senses can see millions and trillions of miles because you can see those stars up there. But the limitation of your senses is not in distance. That's not the limitation of your senses. The range of your senses by means of your mind, the ken of your awareness is like your mind. Your mind is in the habit of adjusting the range of your senses. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Kim? I don't mean to just be talking about this deep, crazy stuff when somebody pop in, but I'm uploading content like as to bypass like wasting bandwidth on my phone. So I'm just gonna keep running with the topic. But if y'all are interested or have anything to say, just holler at me. Can I articulate myself, please? Okay, is this a little bit better? I will slow down a little bit because I'm from a place where we speak a little bit fast. So what I'm wanting to say is that um, our senses can perceive potentially the entire universe because the universe is unlimited. We're unlimited. As above, so below. As the universe, so is us. But our field of engagement, like for us to maintain homeostasis, our livingness, our ability to choose for ourselves and express our interests and our passions and calling in life, we have to our mind limits what we can perceive. So the mind blocks things, and that's part of how when you take substances, it feels like it opens your mind. The substance doesn't actually open your mind. It opens you by limiting your mind. Because if you think about it, what does a substance do? It limits your mind. Alcohol, it affects your mind. The actual substance doesn't enhance your mind. It dampens your mind. But then you, which is also your mind, is a lot more aware like that. But all I'm saying is like if you notice when you drop something, like sometimes when you're in and normally like once a day you probably drop something. You don't A lot of people don't realize it. You drop something. You don't you're not dumb for dropping something, but likely your energy was interfered with when you dropped something. So somebody was standing close to you. Your feet our feet. I've talked in other videos about how our feet may have electromagnetic properties with the earth, but also in engaging other people. So I was in California recently, and I was there with a real savvy guy from LA, and he liked me. He thought that I was an earth angel. He's like he actually thought that I was an earth angel. But when we were talking, he's like, you see that? Look how that guy's standing over there. Look at your feet. Look at his feet. He's siphoning your energy right there. And I never been like superstitious or I never been like the world's out to get to me. But it is true that your actual footwork engages other people. That's why, like, imagine people are boxing, right? Two people are boxing. They're both trained boxing. But if someone's trying to KO another person and embarrass them and potentially send them to their maker and get the money, before they go just to straight clock them, they're actually going to play with their feet a little bit, because that playing with their feet, it's engaging their entire energy. Because all athletes know in general, and boxing in particularly knows energy, because when you're in a fight of fisticuffs, you're not a person, you're not a man, you're not a boxer, you're energy at that point. Because two people standing in the ring with two different levels of energy are not the same man, or not the same boxer, or not the same opponent. So the energy matters. But when people are dancing in the, because another word for boxing is dancing. All competition is footwork. Even if you're in a research writing paper tournament, whoever was doing more footsteps to the library, getting up on those computers, getting up at night to go study. Any competition, footwork matters. But that moving the feet like that in a boxing like that, it's engaging another person's energy, and it can tip someone over. No, this ain't jail, but it might well be jail. This is a free man's jail right here. I can walk the hell out of here right now, but then I'd be on the street. So you can be here in the street, but it would seem like jail. And like where I'm at now. Sometimes people. That's one thing I want to talk about too, is that people conflate venues, because like where I'm at now, I'm really at a shelter. Just to be honest, I'm at a shelter, a men's and women's shelter, but I'm on the men's side. But when people are in a shelter, sometimes they treat a shelter like it's jail, or sometimes like when people are in free society. So like if you treat a shelter like jail politics, like, because like a lot of times people will want to like see about people and fight and stuff like that. But when you're even in jail too, you're not free to fight like you want. But in shelters, you're not free to fight, and in the streets, you're not, because we're not. So sometimes people think I'm an MMA fighter and I'm a street guy and I'm a man and I'm all that, but that's not actually the grounds we're on, because the grounds have like auspices and authorities. But someone said, "Damn, bro, I pray for you, brother. You can make it out." So I'll just switch topics for a minute. I've been going through tough times now for at least a year. Mine. So when I began on hard times, I was a school bus driver. I was a CDL in late 25. I'm sorry, 24. And at that job, there was a lot. There was a lot of, like, I don't know if it's all that when I became a CDO, that was my first time getting to feel like an adult, because that's the first time I made an income where I felt confident enough to support myself as an adult. Like you make very good lives. Keep up the hard work, bro. Thanks, Kim. So you can, like, some people might not know this, but being in a shelter is not necessarily worse off than being in an apartment, for example. Because like a lot of people in shelters, they got jobs, they got things going on, but you don't got rent, you don't got food bills if you don't want it. But some people in shelters, they get food stamps. So actually, a lot of you could actually have a lot of your expenses taken care of, and you could get away from a bad situation by shelters. Like, imagine this, right? Imagine you, like, this is how stupid life is, right? This is how stupid it is. Imagine you went to like law enforcement. You're like, hey man, I'm in a lot of trouble. I don't even know what it's about, but I think somebody is stalking me right now. I think there's some crazy things going on right now. Can you help me? Actual the actual law enforcement, they just got off the shitter. They're like, and having lunch at the same. So they just got done having lunch and visiting the shitter at the same time as you go to the precinct. Hey, I'm in a lot of trouble. I don't know what it's about, but I'm just trying to be proactive. I didn't see nothing, hear nothing, but I just need help. Hey man, I just recommend you be hyper vigilant. So, but we all know that if you play around with guns and stuff, even if you're in the right, you can get your ass in as much trouble as if you were in trouble in the first place. But here go one better, right? Here go one better than a counselor can tell you, than a law enforcement can tell you, than your big brother, than your cool uncle, than your employer. Here go a piece of advice for someone there. Even a lot of these people online, like that are like with the intergenerational this and that. If you're in a lot of trouble, financially, personally, safety, anything, if you keep enough money on yourself to go to the next city over, the next state over, or if you can get to the next country over, go to any random state, any city,